I don't know if I like this. I have to wear it a little while longer to see if I get it. Apparently I hate it because I just chucked it on the floor. Oh my god, my hip. Okay. Hi guys, it's Stacy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is about beauty from Macy's. Now, I don't hear people talk about Macy's in the beauty department a whole lot, at least from not what I've seen on YouTube. Why not? Why not give them a little shine on my little channel? And I picked up a few things from the store, some things that are new to me, and I decided to use them in conjunction with things that I already purchased from Macy's previously to create a whole look. And this is it. I'm coming to you a little differently with my look already completed. Yes, I hope you like it. Segue, this jacket is also from Macy's. I really like it. It's a little Chanel-esque. This ring, not from Macy's, it's TJ Maxx. Pro tip from me to you, TJ Maxx jewelry department. You go there, you'll thank me later. And I also decided to wear every necklace that I own, because why not? I'm gonna insert footage of me applying the products. You can see how I created this look. First up, primer. I decided to use the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. I don't know what took me so long or where I've been in terms of using this as a primer instead of just a setting spray. I've been doing that the past week that I've done my makeup, and man, oh man, where have I been? This is so nice. It is so nice, and I do think it helps your makeup last longer. So I don't know why this took me so long to use it that way, but anyway, here we go. Next up is a foundation that is kind of a question mark for me. It's from Shiseido. It is their Future Solution LX Total Radiance Foundation. Now, I had never seen this before, so I thought it was new and I was all excited, but I don't think this is new. And then when I saw the shade range, which is pitiful, I thought, well, maybe this is an older foundation and just continuing it because they have, you know, their newer foundations that you've seen a bunch of people review already. Full disclosure, I don't like those foundations. I've tried them. They just don't work for me. They don't wear well. I've tried to make them work and they just don't. So when I saw this one, I thought, okay, maybe there's a Shiseido foundation that I'll actually like. What I did was I emailed the company because I wanted to know, is this a new thing and you're going to be launching new shades, or is this an old thing that you're discontinuing? So far, I haven't gotten a response, but when I do, I will let you guys know. But I decided to go ahead and pick it up anyway because I was curious. A couple of things. Looking at it, it's very pretty. It is very pretty. It sits well in the skin. I haven't noticed like a whole lot of creasing. If I get creasing, it's definitely here around the smile lines, and then sometimes here with some texture issues that I have. But this has been behaving beautifully. I don't know if it's my new favorite primer or if it's the powder that I used to set that I will talk about in just a minute. The shade match, this shade is Golden 4. And it's good. It's very good. It's an excellent match. It's also the darkest shade that I could find, at least on Macy's. And I haven't been able to see anything darker. That's what I mean about the god-awful shade range. This is, I would say medium is the highest level of coverage that you're going to get out of this, and you have to build it. Now, granted, I did use a beauty blender that can, of course, shear out your foundation, but I can tell at this point, like even if I used a brush, how foundations are going to build. And this one, you're not going to get full coverage from. Also, it's in a jar. I don't like when they do this. Like the packaging is beautiful. It looks like face cream, you know, heavy weight, very elegant. That's all well and good. Practical, it is not, because it's just a jar in open air, and I really don't like that. And then it comes with this little scooper thing that I've already dropped on myself that got foundation on my shirt and had to clean it up. I mean, it came out, and thankfully it's a black shirt, but I don't like this. I'm gonna lose it. I'm going to lose this. I would have preferred like a squeeze tube. Since it's a cream, I like this kind of packaging for foundation. I just don't. I don't even like it for skincare. It's not hygienic, and not a favorite of mine at all. The formula, I think so far it looks really good, but I can't give like my final on it until I hear back from the company in terms of what's going on with this formula. But so far as it is, I do like it. Another reason I wanted to get that foundation was it corresponded to this powder, one of my favorite loose powders. It is the Shiseido Future Solution LX powder, and I was really curious how these paired together. This is, and I've talked about this powder before, it's a beautiful powder. It's like a radiant matte powder, which kind of makes no sense until you see it on the skin. When you first put it on, it just looks like a matte powder. You know, it takes away shine, it sets the makeup, that's fine. But after like 5 to 10 minutes, it just sinks into the skin in a beautiful way. It gives you like this really soft glow without being shiny at all. Just very, very pretty. And the two of these together seem to be working really, really well. I've also tried this powder with other foundations. I've had great results with all of them. There hasn't been one that it didn't sort of agree with. So really good powder. And this is just translucent. I don't think it comes in any other shade. And I don't notice it changing any color or tone of any foundation that I've put on top of it. So, I mean, any foundation that this has been on top of. Next up, concealer. This is a repurchase for me. It's the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer. I have it in the shade, medium to ginger. I like this concealer. I like this concealer now that I know how to make it work for me. I've mentioned this before also. I saw this tip on Jackiana's channel where she let it might have been this concealer, I think actually it was, where she let it sit under her eye because this is so creamy that when you blend it out right away, it's more prone to creasing. So she let it sit for a good long while and then blended it out. And she said it gave her not only less creasing, but better coverage. So that's what I do for this concealer now. And now I love it. It's one of my favorites. But when I first tried this, I did not like it at all. I couldn't understand why people liked it so much. But now that I got that tip, it works really well and it paired beautifully with the foundation. Here is a newbie for me. This is from Estee Lauder, and I am on an Estee Lauder kick lately, but this is from their Bronze Goddess collection, and this is the new one for this year, for this year. They also came out with a bronzer, but I didn't get that. I wasn't interested in it. But this eyeshadow palette, ooh, so pretty. I love the look that came with this. The shadows are pigmented, but not so much that you can't work with them and they'll be intimidating and you feel like you're just gonna have blotches of color all over your eye that you can't blend out. Not at all. These are wonderfully blendable. They, like I said, give you impact. I see these colors being useful on a range of skin tones because they can be built up. I mean, I kept it in intensity that I wanted to, but I really could have kept going. I could have just kept piling it on and on and on and made it even more intense. These are just gorgeous. They don't swatch that well, which made me think that, oh God, this is gonna be a dud, I'm not gonna like it. No, I love this. I love this. And you know, I've seen some of their Bronze Goddess collections before in previous years, and it was kind of shrugged my shoulders at it. But something about this, I don't know, the color combinations, or it seemed kind of bold for Estee Lauder, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty. This is definitely a huge hit for me. It might be the favorite thing that I have. Yeah, I think it is actually. I love this. I love this. To finish off the eye look, I used, where did it go? You know, how do things just roll away from me? I'll insert a picture. It's an eyeliner from Lancome, and it is, I don't know the exact shade name because it rolled away, but it's a purple. It's that purple that you see here on my waterline there. And I thought that would be a pretty pairing with the eyeshadows, and I think it helps bring out the brown in my eyes. Really pretty, very creamy enough to apply easily, and I've tried a couple of their eyeliners before, and they have really good lasting power. Now, I do wear contacts, so, you know, putting drops in my eyes, and it is allergy season, so it does fade a little bit quicker than when I just have on my glasses. But overall, I think the longevity is good, and it's there. And I love the vibrancy of the color, but it's still very wearable. Bronzer. Bobbi Brown, and it is in Golden Light Bronzing Powder. I'm trying to think of where I had heard this mentioned before, in this shade before. I wasn't quite sure, because I like bronzers with not overly shimmery or anything, not like too luminous, because that can look kind of weird, but I do like them to have more of a natural, very soft radiance to them, because I like that look. I like a glowier look. This is matte. It's a matte bronzer, but it's not a harsh matte bronzer. It doesn't look drying on the cheeks. It doesn't bring out texture, and my cheeks are the driest part of my face, so that's really important to me. And it applies smoothly. It blends out very well. The shade, I wasn't really sure about. I'll hold it up again, because it looks like it's going to be too light, but not at all. I think it came out nice. I could have gone in for more bronzer, but I'm good with the application I did. But it does build. It definitely builds. I would say this is something that if you can go to the counter for and try, because this color is so different in the pan than how it applied to my face. I would have never picked this on my own. I mean, I think I would have picked a different shade if I just saw it online as opposed to in the store. But it worked out well. I really like this. I will continue to use it. I think it's pretty. Okay, next up, Chanel blush. I love Chanel blushes the way I love Chanel gloss, which means I love them. They're beautiful. You can get some formulas that are more matte. You can get some that are more radiant. They have bold colors. They have more muted colors. I think their blushes are great. And this one is I'm not going to try the French. It's their Contrast Powder Brush in shade Rose Bronze. Really pretty, really pretty. This is one of their more softer, radiant ones. They have ones that are even glowier than this. This one's kind of in the middle. It's not one of the matte ones, but it's not like one of the real highlighty kinds. It just gives you, let's get a little closer. And I do have highlight on, but it just gives you this sort of, what kind of glow can I say this? It's soft the way Candlelight is, where it's just a soft illumination, nothing too like pow pow in your face. That's how this is. And I love this color. Sometimes I I kind of steer clear of the pinkier blushes because I don't always like the way they look on me, but this is true to the name Rose Bronze. It is a rose tone, but it's not overly like baby, what am I trying to say? That soft powdery pink, the baby pink. That's it, baby pink. It's not like that. It's not like that. It has more of a muted quality, and I guess that's the bronze part. But I do like this shade, and I love the formula. Highlight. It is the DIOR Forever Couture Luminizer, and I got it in 04 Golden Glow. And it has that cool, like, quilted packaging. I love that. And then that's the shade. Beautiful, beautiful. DIOR highlights, they're gorgeous. It looks amazing on the skin. I could have put on more and just, you could have seen me from space. I stopped myself though. I did. I showed a little restraint, you know, a little bit, little bit. And so pretty. I thought maybe this might be like too peachy when I first got this. And this is one of a previous purchase, this not new. But I find that it looks different when you put it on the skin. It's a lot more, it veers more neutral than it looks in the pan. So if you were intimidated by this shade, if you saw this shade like online and you didn't have a chance to swatch it in person, it actually doesn't go on that peachy. So if you thought that color, you're not sure, it won't work for you, it just seems to almost take on the tone of the blush that you're wearing. Because I've tried this with other blushes that aren't like pink, like the Chanel one that I used today. I've tried it with more muted blushes and then some that are more coral, and it just seems to do this weird chameleon-like thing where it just works and it doesn't matter like the blush color that you have on. I don't know how it does it, I just know it does, and it's really nice. Brows. I did the Anastasia Brow Definer in the shade Dark Brown. Again, this is not a new, like brand new product for me. I've been using it, and I don't know if this started to dry out for me or what. I checked the caps were on, but the thing with Anastasia Brow products, the packaging, these little caps, they crack. And then, you know, either they just fall off completely or they're not on as securely anymore. And I think I don't see any cracks in this one. It's definitely in the Brow Wiz that I have. Happens every single pencil, my goodness. So I don't see any cracks in this one, so it should have been sealed on tight, and I heard it like do that snap thing. But when I went to use this, I couldn't get it to get started. Like it kept tugging weird. So I had to warm it up on the back of my hand, and then it was fine. But now I'm wondering if sucker's drying out already, and I haven't had it that long. I don't know, a couple of months. Like that's nothing for a brow pencil. I don't get that. I like the way my brows look. I'm looking at the monitor again. My mirror's on the floor. But yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. I like the finished look, but the product, I'm worried it may not be, and I'm just flipping this thing all over the place. I'm worried it may not be as long lasting as I need it to be, because that's just not acceptable. And I'm thirsty. Hi. Okay. After brows. Oh yeah, lip balm. I like using the Mario Badescu lip balm. You can see like the tube. It's taking a beating. I've purchased these, I don't know, hundreds of times. I like the original formula. I know they come in like different variations. I just go for the original. This is great. It's like $8. And sometimes they have them in 2 packs. That's how I usually get them, but I need to go ahead and restock because I just burn through these. And that's what I used on my lips before I went in with the gloss. But if you're looking for something hydrating to prep your lips before like lipstick or lip gloss application, I like this. And now I'm going to move on to mascara. This was new for me. I've never tried this. It was another Shiseido product, and it is their Imperial Lash MascaraInk mascara. Few thoughts. I don't know if I like this. I have to wear it a little while longer to see if I get it. Apparently I hate it because I just chucked it on the floor. Oh my god, my hip. Okay. I like a lot of mascara on my lashes because I don't wear false lashes, so I try to recreate them the best I can with the lashes I've got. And at first when I put this on, well, when I first opened this, it looked, well, now it looks not that bad, but when I first opened, there was like a huge glob of mascara on the top, and so I wiped the tube so I wouldn't have that all over my face. And then I felt like the mascara just wasn't building, so I thought, oh, you wiped too much off, you know, go back in, it'll be fine. And I did notice it was starting to build at like this, almost the second, almost third coat, and I think my lashes look fine. They look nice, you know, fluttery, all that stuff. Yeah, it's just the formula is weird. It's like watery and waxy and slightly clumpy, but not to the point where you can't use it. I don't know how to it's the strangest formula I think I've ever used. Now, we'll see how it holds up in terms of flaking and smudging, because if it avoids those things, then it's pretty good. You know, it shoots right back up there, because mascara smudges on me all the time. So we'll see. I don't know. Jury's out on that. But it's weird to work with. It is. Why are you so strange? Lastly, is this lastly? I think so. I use the DIOR Lip Maximizer Hyaluronic Lip Plumper, and the shade is it's a secret. I'll look it up. I like the DIOR Lip Plumper formula. I think, actually, I'm gonna put a little bit more on, because, yeah. Okay. I like the DIOR Lip Plumper or Lip Maximizer Lip Plumper formula. It is a kind of minty thing. That's how they plump the lips. But it doesn't burn. It doesn't feel like you just want to rip your lips off, because otherwise something's going to eat your face. It doesn't feel like that at all. It's just nice. And it comes in a range of shades. I mean, boy, do they have a lot. They even have like iridescent ones that almost look like duochromes. I mean, you can just go to town. But this is a nice formula. I wasn't so sure about the shade with this eye look. I mean, I think it looks fine, but I probably would have done a different color. But I like the formula. I think that was it. I did set with the Charlotte Tilbury, but I didn't get that at Macy's, so just pretend you didn't see that, okay? All right, just pretend. So, overall, I love the look that I created. I like how it turned out. My favorite, if you couldn't tell. Hello. You're so lovely. I love this, guys. This is my favorite thing that I got here. It's beautiful. It's fun. You can make it, you know, do more with the colors, or you could just keep it more neutral and just go with like the browns a little bit. But to me, it is a great palette for someone like me that wants to play around, but you're still kind of afraid of color. You know what I mean? This gives me what I need. I see me reaching for this quite a bit, especially during the summertime. So nice. My least favorite would be, I guess, the mascara, because it's confusing. I don't understand. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And the foundation is a little up in the air. Again, I need to see how it wears, but until I figure out what's like going on, if it's something they're gonna keep selling, I feel like I can't give the full final review. Yeah, but I really hope they email me back because I want to know. I'm curious. But anyway, that is it, guys. Are you a Macy's customer? Have you ever purchased beauty products from them? Does this encourage you to do so if you haven't already? Let me know what you think. In the meantime, take care, be well, and I hope to see you at the next one. Thanks. Bye.